Hello, this is Dreams with Jam. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be talking about decor prepping for the new update coming up when we get rotation. If you like this video, please give it a like. I would really appreciate that. Or better yet, you could subscribe and get notified of new content. So let's get started. In general, I wanted basically a prep for me meant tearing everything down at this point because we're going to be getting this new rotation coming up here in a couple days and with the Sally update. And I wanted to kind of have a plan in place and not go in blind. So what I did was I'm taking my time to go through each biome. What houses do I want to place where? And how do I want my biome to look overall? So you can see here in the bind, everything is already decorated here. I wanted this to look very cityscaped, so very straight corners and whatnot. I don't need the rotation down here, so I did decorate there, and we're going to leave it as is. So up here in Ever After, right when we get up to this small area going down to the trial, I want this to be an enchanting Beauty and the Beast build. It's kind of a perfect size for Belle and Beast. I can do a really pretty glowy enchanted look for them there. And then across the river, I did this goofy stall area, which again, I don't need rotation for that. So I went ahead and designed that in with all of the, vegetation you can pick, the Brussels sprouts and the spiral strawberries. Okay, so then the other half is going to be kind of a tangled build. We have a Rapunzel's Tower, the Corona Castle, and then we're going to kind of change that over to look magical still, but not like on the mushroom side of it, just more of the foresty kind of look, but with the pretty purples, because we all associate purples with Rapunzel. Well, at least I do. Okay, so then up in the Fallen Fortress, we're going to go to Scotland. I'm using the Snuggly Duckling, Lady Tremaine's house, and obviously Merida. And then we have the castle in the back where, she does visit a rundown castle in the movie, so it kind of made sense to put her up here. Here's the tavern outdoor area, and then the inside is a tavern as well. So I think that all worked. And then on the other half, we're going to put the stone circle, which obviously is always kind of associated with Scotland and Great Britain and whatnot. This is going to be my well area. I used the ancient pillar here to just make it look a little bit more, I guess, old, ancient. So it just kind of matched that stone circle aesthetic. Okay, so then going up here into the beanstalk, I have no idea what I'm going to do up here yet. The only thing I know is that I did place Ursula here. So I'm going to do some sort of Ursula potion making kind of area in through here. And then I think I'm going to have to leave the rest of this empty depending on what happens with Maleficent. So that'll be next summer, but I don't mind leaving that open. I mean, this is not really an area we need to traverse that often right now. Okay, so then down in the teacup area, it's going to be my wacky magical kind of thing. I am going to create some sort of labyrinth back here. I'm using Carl's house and then the up balloon to just kind of add to this fun atmosphere. So I have the entrance here. It'll be blocked off, and then that's where you would enter for the maze. This first half here, or back half, depending on where you're entering from, this is going to be much more of like a Candyland feel to it. So you can see how the two areas will be sectioned off, but still cohesive with one another. I'm excited to do this build. I think it's going to be fun and challenging. Overall, I think rotation is going to be challenging in the beginning anyhow, but I am excited to do it. Okay, so in Mythopia, I don't really have big plans for Mythopia yet. I just kind of moved all the trees and crops in one area just to make it easy for myself in the beginning here. Made a little Greek style area for Goofy. I'm hoping we get better pathing. I don't know. I just hope for a lot of, it'd be nice to get big marble tiles. Like we got the slab floor from Eternity Isle. It'd be nice to get like a marble tile floor. Okay, so then down here we have the statue garden, and I will link that video in the description, where we built this kind of statue garden where you walk through and meander. It's not necessarily super manicured, but, you know, you can visit all the statues we have in the game right now. Fountains, the gazebo. But I don't know what I'm going to do when the update comes, if I'll take this out or redo it, depending on what path looks like and rotation. I don't know. We'll have to see on that one. Okay, so heading up to Mount Olympus, this is going to be an open air market. I'm going to try to make it look more Greek than Middle Eastern, although the Greeks in the Middle East isn't, you know, a crazy idea either. But I'm excited to kind of build that up here and see what we can do. And then on the other side of the bridge, going up into Mount Olympus itself, I'd like to create and make this a temple complex. So using a lot of those colosseums, the fill statues, the pots, etc. I want to just make it look a little bit more like a serene temple. Okay, so then up here in the fiery fields? Fiery. We'll just say that. I have no plans whatsoever for this area, although it does get beautiful lighting, so I might use it just for dream snaps right now. I do have Hades here, and I do like his house here, so I'm excited to give him a little bit of a build of his own. But the rest of it I'm probably going to use for dream snaps. Okay, back in the valley, I made my plaza into this kind of fairy magical little area, which I actually really like it being. You know, it's to me, it's where dreams come true, right? That's what we say. And I think I'd like to keep it kind of magical. Up here in the Sunlit Plateau, I'm going for a kind of a African village look at the beginning here. We have Pride Rock, the Desert Palace, Jumbo's Cafe, and the new African house, jungle house. I don't know what you would call it. And then I do have Mini Casita here, but I'm thinking, now that I'm looking at her house, I think I may move her to Mythopia. I think the colors of that house just lends itself to that beautiful yellow grass that we have over there. So I don't know. I might move her over there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd really like your opinion, because I'm not sure. But right now on the other side, I have kind of like more desert look with Scar and 2 of the hyena caves in the back. Which, can we just say that they nailed those hyena caves? They are probably one of the coolest decor item right now. I know it's not interactive or anything, but it's completely 360. You can turn them and get different looks or whatnot. It's just super cool. I love it. Okay. Just do a little bit of cleanup here while we walk through. I'm leaving those memories, obviously, for the upcoming Star Path. That was a new ad that they did this past, the Timon and Pumbaa update, where you had to collect memories. So I'm leaving as many of them I can out. And, you know, hopefully you'll see up here there's some more. Every time I come across one, I'm like, nope, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Okay, so up here in the Forgotten Lands, I'm going to be making this definitely a Halloween Town no, just Halloween Town. How about I just leave it at that? But I'm using all the people that are magical. So Merlin and Fairy Godmother are going to stay up here, along with the 2 Witches Cottage, the Halloween house, and Jack's house. I don't think Sally's going to have her own. I think she's going to join kind of like, I don't know. We'll see. You know, Timon and Pumbaa joined and they didn't have their own house. Same with Mushu and Mulan. There weren't separate locations for them, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do with Sally. So in general, we're just going to make this look like a Halloween town, a little on the spookier side, but, you know, still brightly lit. That's the goal. Okay. And then down here in this area that used to be where Scar was, it's a little bit, it's got that fog stuff going on and it's gloomy. I'm going to make it into a spa, and I want the fog to kind of turn into steam. So I want it to look like a very relaxing spa. We'll see how it turns out. That's that's the goal. But I thought we'd do that. Okay, so down in the meadow, this is where you're going to get like a neighborhood feel. We're going to have Wally and his little garden. And Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Donald, and Goofy will all be here. So much, you know, the classics is, I'm hoping to make it look like kind of a cottagecore cozy meadow. Oh, these holes drive me insane. I mean, it's a good mechanic to get free shards, but they're so annoying, especially when you place like the rock rug and things down and they spawn right on them, but you can't get them then without moving. Okay, so Mickey and Goofy I'm going to have in this kind of area here with Beast's flower stall up against the back wall. I'm going to go with the trees that are naturally occurring here, I think. Much more the bright green oak and whatnot, and the maples. And then there's going to be some sort of a center courtyard connecting the plaza through the meadow to the beach with the well in the middle. I don't quite know how I'm going to lay that out yet, but I wanted to place that and get it where I wanted it. And then Minnie and Daisy are going to be in this corner here with Donald in the little pond. I like using a lot of different natural materials around Daisy's house. You know, maybe some taller bushes, smaller trees and whatnot, flower boxes. It kind of takes away this plastic look to it if you add a bunch of, flora and fauna around it per se. At least that's what I found. Okay, so heading down into the glade. The glade is going to stay how it is right now, just because I literally just built this, which I will link that at the end of this video. It's this build for Wicked. So we have Glinda on one side and Elphaba on the other, with the college and train stations in the middle. Okay, so on the beach, I liked this beach house, which operates as I think I have it set up as a cafe on the inside, if I remember correctly. But it does say cafe on it, so I think I'm going to keep it that way. And then here's Goofy's little area, which I'll, flush out for him and get it looking really nice. And probably move the well too. I don't want the well there. But this particular area, I figure when you're coming off the docks, it's like a little town. So I have all of these houses making this kind of courtyard area. That's what I want it to look like anyway. Okay, and then over on this other side where I'm going to put Eric and give him a really kind of epic castle build. I've seen some really good ones lately and inspired me to do one as well with his boat opposite. There's Moana and Maui over there on the island for now. I mean, I don't know when we'll get that update of Skull Rock, and we'll see if we can get what we get from them. Peter Pan. Okay, so then up in the forest, right when we walk up on this side here, we're going to have a camping area. I want to just make this into a nice foresty campground. I've got Buzz and then the A-frame house. There's going to be a few tents, and I think the tents are really going to look great on angles. So I'm excited about that. And then this will be fenced off, and then going into this particular area It's going to be kind of like a family fun zone movie theater. We've got Tiana's restaurant, Woody's carousel, the confectionery building, and then the Ferris wheel, which I think it's going to look really cute once it's done. And we'll see maybe if we get some new items to use. Okay, then crossing the bridge, I put the just regular castle, palace. I really liked it. You can see the other one in the background kind of over it, so it makes this really pretty view. And then you'll see Anna here and then the winter fortress, and it looks kind of weird. But what I do is I'm going to put like a fence line right about on this line here, right about there. And then I'm going to cover the grass entirely with the snowy pavement and just kind of make an extension of the Frosted Heights. So it's bigger. I can move those buildings down. And basically I'm doing this because I'm turning the entire Frosted Heights into like a Christmas town. So you can see I've moved Remy's restaurant, Daisy's boutique, and Scrooge all up here, just to make it, look like a town that's having a winter festival and carnival or whatever. And then across the bridge here, we have the Winter Palace, which I've set up to be my Santa photo booth. I had to do a little something. I am going to do this as a speed build, but I had to add something. I was itching to use some of those Christmas items. Same here with you can see the igloo. I've had that igloo there for a while, if you've seen my past videos, but I absolutely had to, turn that Christmassy. Okay, so another thing I'm prepping for, obviously the Star Path duties. I'm turning my entire eternity aisle, basically, now that it's done and finished, and I don't really have anybody over here anymore. I am turning that into a farming for memories. I'm leaving all the shards. I'm leaving all those in place. I forget the name of them. But those, you'll see those all over the place because I don't know if we're going to have those tasks where it says remove 50 night thorns. These count towards that. And probably the ink blots will too. But I don't know, those aren't working right. So it depends on the fix for that they're supposed to be deploying. So yeah, that's going to be all ready to go. I should be able to finish my Star Path pretty quickly. Okay, so just to recap of what we're doing, we are doing the Ever After area. We're going to be doing, what are we doing there? We're doing Belle, Rapunzel, Merida, Snuggly Duckling, Vanellope, Carl's house, Ursula, and then we're gonna go into Mythopia. We're gonna experiment with Mirabelle over there. We're gonna build an area for Hades. We're going to rethink how we want to lay out a farm, and then in the valley we're gonna do the meadow, that like a neighborhood. We're gonna be doing the African village, Halloween town, the beach, Eric's castle area, the camping in the forest, the family fun center zone, and then we're going to be doing the Frosted Heights. We're going to be extending that down into the forest and then finishing up as a Christmas time build. I think that's it. We'll see what maybe another house can we get and where we need to fit that in. I think we've got pretty much every house is going to end up being placed at some point. But yeah, I think it's a really good plan. I'm excited to see how the rotation plays out. And I hope I've inspired you to do some prep on your own. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you again, and keep on dreaming.